Are you planning to come to China and you're someone that kind of like smokes pot or do some kind of drugs or something? The video you're about to watch now is gonna open your eyes to a lot of things. If you're in China watching me, ni hao. If you're watching me from outside China, wow, you're very welcome to come into China. But as of now, because of COVID and all of that happening around the world, not everyone can come in. I know students cannot come in right now at the moment, but it's okay because this also is very educative. Please, when you come to China, don't do drugs. But first of all, I want you to watch this video, and when you are done watching it, I will explain what it means and what this beautiful, amazing, here in China, oh Lord, the Chinese girls are very beautiful, a whole lot of them. And what is defined as beauty over here compared to Africa, where I come from, is if you are as skinny as possible or as slim as possible. But sometimes when I see people like this in the gym where I go to work out, still come to work out, I'm like, hello. But try and see if you can understand a thing of what she says, and before she's done, please type what you understand. Don't cheat in the comments, okay? Now let's take a close look at it.
这3项东西总价超1000万，就这么一点儿就能买一辆豪车，但你只要沾上它，倾家荡产，家破人亡。它们的名字叫毒品，这是毒品中的销冠，冰毒，这是警方缴获的吸毒工具，经高温雾化后吸入人体会产生强烈的兴奋感和幻觉。这是大麻叶，可以制成烟的形状吸食。有没有人给你递过所谓的高级烟？这些全是新型毒品，它们全是由各类毒品伪装成的糖衣炮弹，所以不要随意接受别人递给你的奶茶、糖果、糕点。这是迷魂水，如果被别有用心者加入到你饮料中，会让你丧失记忆、意识全无。娱乐场所中不要喝开口的饮料，中途离开回来后也不要再继续饮用。吸毒成瘾会导致器官衰竭、精神崩溃、行为失控，进而引发暴力犯罪。可谓毒瘾一来人似狼，卖儿卖女不认娘。
Alright, so that was a good one. I don't know if you understood anything from that, but it's very simple, and I'm going to be explaining that to you here in simple terms. Okay, now let's go back to the beginning. Alright, so let me explain that to you. This is informing the Chinese public, which I think is also an information for you, a foreigner, because I've seen news here on YouTube of people that have come here and have been jailed or something for doing drugs. Okay, drugs has a zero tolerance. Now my English is becoming more messed up as I speak a lot of Chinese. Okay, your God, this is becoming crazy. Yeah, boy. Yeah. So as she's coming in right now, she's coming in with 2 policemen. Now please, disclaimer, all the drugs are showing you there, they are not real drugs. Okay, it's just for the video, so those are not real drugs, but they look like the real drugs. So all of those things are samples but not real drugs. They look like drugs but not real. Okay, so as she comes in here, the first thing she's saying here is that she has a couple of things that she wants you guys to see. Okay, that's what the first things here mean. I know some Chinese people might be watching me, so you can also tell me in the comments if my translation is wrong, because I'm doing this entirely myself. Okay, so let's go on with that. So as she comes in, all right, so she said these 3 things you see here, or these 3 boxes you see here, are worth almost 10 million RMB. That's a lot of money. So she goes on to say something that is a Chinese. Good. Now, so he said, just that simple bag you see there, that small bag of drug, can buy you a very good car. So imagine what all of those things there you see there are worth. That's what she's trying to explain to you. And then, you understand? So she's saying that all of this right now, imagine you are being caught with all of this yourself. Like, it's a more of like saying that it costs a lot of fortune, so you could lose a fortune and go to poverty or something. That's what I understand by that particular idiomatic expression that she just said there. And let's continue. So all of them are called duping. Duping is a name for calling narcotics in China here. Okay, so duping means like saying drugs. So I think I'm learning a lot of Chinese too as well. Okay, so he said this one here is really like the most would I say the most important, the highest one that is very popular. Okay, more of like a derivative of the other ones you see right there, which we are going to be talking about. All right, Now this one is marijuana. Okay, no, so she talked about the other ones. There are new ones that are in the market or circulating around, but that one is the most important. But this one right here now is marijuana. That's what she called I don't know what she called it in Chinese there, but I know that this is marijuana based on how I understand what she's saying. Okay, so she's talked about that this is the one that people. All right, so this is the one that people wrap in the paper, you know, the leaves, weed, and then people smoke. So smoking weed here in China, please, it is not allowed. Okay, when I was in school back in Shenyang, there was a time one of our students they came to school, and here, like, even some people trade on it, but if you are caught, man, it's the jail term alone is something else. Okay, it happens, but just when that particular student was caught, I think he was from Djibouti. I don't know what happened to him after then, but I don't think it was a good story. Okay, so please, no drugs here in China. Very, very important. Now let's go on. So what you just said right here now, these are the new ones that are in town, or the ones that are really in circulation, that are usually sugar coated. Okay, so it looks like, you know, pastries, like sweet, but it is all drugged. Okay, so that's what she's trying to explain with that. Okay, these are new forms of drugs that are out there. So what she talks here now, when you go to someone, you have to be careful when someone gives you like tea to drink, gives you pastries to take, or maybe, you know, all this kind of, I don't know what to say, but you understand what I'm saying. Okay, because from the way those things look like, they look like, you know, really consumables, maybe sweet, or maybe they could put something in your drink, those kind of things. So you have to be very careful when you are getting those things from people. And now let me continue. Mi Hun Shui is more of like something that you take to make you feel ecstatic or something, you know. So she says something here which I think is very important. If someone has ulterior motives with you as a person, maybe ladies or whatever, you know, putting this in your drink or maybe whatever could really put you in a state that someone can take advantage of you. So be very careful of this. That's what she's trying to explain. And what she said right here is that if you go somewhere to go, like right now I'm having a drink, okay, if you go somewhere like maybe a pub or a party or something, because sometimes this could happen here in China as well, if you leave your drink open and go out, maybe you go to the restroom or something, don't come back and take that drink, or be very careful when you come back. All right, sometimes your friends may be the one to even drug you, may even go with your boyfriend or girlfriend, and they may be the one to drug you because they have ulterior motives. So when you go out, don't leave your drinks open and go. Even when you leave your drinks open and then you go out, when you come back, please be sure to do what? Not to have it anymore. That is if you are conscious of this. So that's what she's talking about here. Let's continue. And the last thing she said here is that being addicted to drugs is not something that just happens once. Once you are addicted to it, you want one today, tomorrow you want two, tomorrow you want three, and like that. So the addiction becomes continuous. So the best thing is not to even try it at all. I don't know if you understand or learned anything from here, but the fact you have to understand in the entire of this video is that for me to be more educative to you, please don't do drugs in China. Okay, you can do beer, okay, but don't do drugs in China. I think I've told you that because right here the rule of law here is at the highest. Okay, you could mess around in any other country, but you don't really mess around here in China and get away with it, especially if you're a foreigner. So respect yourself when you come here, live according to the rules that are in the country, and China will not have a problem with you.